समुद्रितं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरुणाम गुरवे नमः। वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय, सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय, सद्गुरु भगवान की जय, शब्द ब्रह्म की जय, सरस्वती महारानी की जय, योग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। योग वशिष्ठ निर्वाण प्रकरण पूर्वार्ध, the first half and 55th chapter. We are discussing on what happened to the soul after death of the body. And in this we were discussing on the dialogue between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, which comes under the discussion between the great Guru Vasishtha and Rama. So we were discussing, or Lord Krishna explains to Arjuna, "Oh my dear Arjuna, the great people never see anything other than the self, and they see the self in self. And they see nothing else other than the self. They don't see all these names and forms which constitute our visible world. If the question comes why, so why they are unable to see this world with names and forms, with the doer and done and doing process, the triads, why do they not see it? So the answer given is, the great people see only one thing. They don't see the absence, they see the only presence. Whatever is present, that is seen. Whatever is absent, it cannot be seen, so they don't see it. So what do you mean to say? This world doesn't exist? Exactly, that is the meaning. And if at all you see the absence, then you may be seeing it in some way. Go on seeing it. Nobody bothers. But the real people with eyes, they don't see anything which is not there. And only blind people see something which is not there. How dare you say so? Are we all blind fellows? Yes, my dear.
Blind by sight, Swamiji, blind by mind.
By which you see, that is blind. That is not able to see. Let it be eyes or mind or anything, any instrument. If you use the microscope or binocular, the lenses are broken and the machine is not working. Any other question on it? As the instrument is faulty, if you really know analytically how do the eyes see, it is just a process. There is no one thing which is able to see. So how can the eyes see the something? These so-called your eyes which are under the group of senses of knowledge, they are not able to see anything. They are not the proper instruments to see something. And if you are the seer, you guess something out of something which is not something. And you take it for granted as something, and that is our seeing. Is it not? You understand it properly, isn't it? Yes. What do you understand?
Clear confusion.
Neither you nor I am also within in your group. And it is just like some blind fellow explains about something to some other blind fellow by touch. It is like this. Have you understood now? Yes. What have you understood? It is like this. What is this? This is like this.
What is this we are not able to know.
This is like this.
Yes,
This
this
what
is
is
like
also
this,
like this.
but what is
This what is also like this.
What is like this? This is like this. That is like this. That is like that. This is like this. It is like it. What is like what? We just guess something because the whole world is just reflections or shadows. Can you understand something from the shadows or from the reflections? It is only gesture, it is only assumption. That is not the truth. The people with the eyes, they see it and they see it only one. As one, there cannot be many. Now see, what are you seeing? Come on,
I am seeing
come
air.
on.
I am seeing air. Air, Swami.
You are seeing this like this. When everything is subject to change, how to see, what to see, when to see. This is our vision. उत्तम आत्मज्ञानी लोग आत्मा नष्ट होता है इस रूप से आत्मा को कभी नहीं देखते हैं। क्यों नहीं देखते हैं? यदि ऐसा प्रश्न किया जाए तो उत्तर है क्योंकि वे आत्मा में ही आत्मा का अवलोकन किया करते हैं, इसलिए अपने आत्मा को अनात्मा नहीं देखते हैं। They see the self in self, only the self. So they cannot see something other than the self. That's how they see only self in the self. There is nothing else other than self. ऐसे परिस्थिति में मूढ़ लोग आत्मबुद्धि से देहादि का अवलोकन क्या करें, तथापि देहादि का नाश हो जाने पर आत्मा का नाश नहीं होता, इसलिए उनको मरणादि रूप अनर्थ वस्तु ही न रही, ऐसा अर्जुन शंका करते हैं. अर्जुन is having a doubt. He says, अर्जुन ने कहा, मेरा सम्मान करने वाले हे त्रिजगत नाथ, ऐसे परिस्थिति में देह का नाश हो जाने पर भी मूर्खों की न कोई प्रियतम वस्तु नष्ट तो नहीं हुई. मूर्खों को कोई प्रियतम वस्तु तो नष्ट हो ही नहीं सकती. So Arjuna has a doubt, and doubt as an answer. Sometimes we answer the question with a question. We answer the question with a question. How is it? Have you eaten? So the answer will be, have I not eaten till now? That is, yes, I have eaten. Sometimes we answer the questions by questions. So this is how Arjuna has doubt with the answer to it. O great one, who praised me so well and understand that I am able to understand the truth now. So is it not for the foolish beings, if the body perishes, nothing is lost for them? Is it not? That means he has understood it, that if the body decays, it dies, no loss to even the ignorant fellows. What to speak of the wise men? Nothing is lost. For example, have you seen how do they make chapati? Have you seen? They put some water to the wheat flour and they make it some paste like, and out of that they make a shape, some round shape. A portion of it they take in the hand and make a shape, round shape, and they make that round shape a little spreading so that it will be a little thin and it will have a round shape, so that is not baked, and they put it on the pan and just bake it. After baking, it is named as chapati or pulka or something. Some name is given to it. Before baking, if that round shape, when you press it and spread it in a round shape, if it is not round or it has torn away in between, something has happened because you have not made the paste nicely. Because of something, it doesn't take a real shape as it can be baked. So what do? They collect it again and make a make a good shape with pressure. Then it will work out. It will take a good shape. Then it can be baked well. If it has no good shape, it will not be baked well. Somewhere it will be baked, somewhere it will not be baked. So for that, thickness everywhere, same thickness and same round, it should be. Then it is easily baked and you can eat it nicely. This is the process. Now, this example I give you to understand, if that paste is not pressed well and made a good shape, then what is to be done? Again we have to collect it and make it round, and again we shall try. Second time also, if it doesn't work, then third time, add something else to it. If it is very thin, it will not take a good shape. If it is too hard, that also will not take a good shape. So it should be made a good paste. Then only it can be pressed well and given a good shape with equal thickness all round. Again and again you try it, and when it is baked, then anybody can eat it and it is gone forever. Okay? It is eaten and digested and it has given up its the memory even of the wheat or flour or the name chapati, that is forgotten totally. No more it can come to say, be seen. Similarly, our personality means I with the body. The body is made out of some ingredients taken from the nature and they are composed and made a shape. And that shape is not working well. So reshape it. Is there any loss or gain? No, no loss, no gain. It can be made thrice, 4 times, as many times you can break the shape and collect it again and make it again. It takes some other shape. And sometimes for baking, we bake it on the pan. Sometimes we fry it with oil. Sometimes we bake it in the fire itself with charcoals. Different ways are there to make it edible and eat and digest, isn't it? So the time is the person which is the maker. It collects all the ingredients from the nature and goes on making the shape again and again. It fails and again makes it, remakes it, re-remakes it. And sometime the time will come when it is baked properly and then eaten properly, digested properly, and the ingredients are no more there. They are gone to their source, forgotten. Where have they gone? Nobody knows.
So the time doesn't consider the before time what has passed or anything. It will not.
Time is a cycle, repeats it again and again. Where there is past and where is future. If we understand time properly, it is a cycle. Time repeats it again and again. Have you not seen? Do you not see daily? The morning comes again and again, night comes again and again. Today is Sunday, Sunday comes so many times. It repeats, and the month also comes again and again. The season also comes again and again. So where is time
But it doesn't.
which can think of the past or future? It is a cycle.
Swamiji, but to consider it doesn't look the same thing every day if it repeats.
Everything repeats. So it comes again and again. And we are in the cycle, the seers and seen and seeing process, everything going on. Think of the past and future.
You said no past and you said no past and
So how? What is there? And this repetition also not repeated. It assumes it is seen as if it is rotating. Nothing is being rotated. If the Sunday comes again and again, how can you say it is comes again and again? It is Sunday only. If the Sunday is always there, how can you say it is changing? Logically. All the time Sunday comes, isn't it? So how can you say it is changed? Every day we come and sit here. So can you say our class is changed? Class time is changed. Nothing is changing. But yet we assume everything is changing. Just as the speed of the car, we discuss it. Speed is not there. When we compare one thing with other, it appears as if there is something changing and some motion is seen, and so it is called speed. And we compare it with the time. Time also is changing. So if slow changing is compared with rapid changing, then something is assured and taken for granted. That's how I say, if something is taken as something or other, in some time or other, in some condition or other, then it is understood as something or other. That is our understanding. If you look at it with an analytical brain, something, nothing is understood, nothing is going on, nothing is changing, there is no time, there is no space, there is no conditions, there are no conditions, nothing is being repeated. Because if one thing is repeated again and again, how can you say it is repeated? It is one thing only. Repetition word is meaningless. We come to such a conclusion. The word repetition is meaningless. It has got no meaning. Because nothing can be repeated.
If nothing is repeated, then
Everything is standstill. So now you come to the truth.
so we are not
By logic.
so we are not taking birth by birth or anything.
Nothing. That is what Arjun doubts. There is no loss, no gain to the body. There is no death for body. Nothing is. If at all there is some types of death, you assume that is decomposition, recycling. And for that I gave the example of the making a process of chapati. Again and again same thing is repeated, and sometimes it takes a shape what is wanted. That wanted shape also is not permanent. If you want to make it a chapati, it is of some shape what you like for you, for yourself. I like some other shape. I like some other thickness also. And I like some other shape also. So there is no certainty what shape it should be.
We don't have control also.
Nothing. And same shape can be made different for frying in the oil, or it will be different to bake it in fire directly, and it will be something else if it is baked on the pan. Nothing is certain. Something is going on by something, and something is assumed, and something is done, and something is taken as a correct process.
Today is special Sunday something.
Some special Sunday.
संडे में स्वामी जी वो क्या करते थे, वो संडे नॉर्मली हर चीज होता था, फिर नहीं संडे खीमा होना पड़ेगा पूरा पूरा कौन सा पार्ट कहा जा रहा है किसी को पता नहीं, बस कर दो मार दो.
So Arjun's doubt is not a doubt but ascertainment. Nothing happens if this body dies to the soul, to the self. That is what he understands, and gives it, expresses it in a peculiar language. He says, "Oh Lord, you praise me like anything, and you are the master of all the worlds, the controller of all the worlds. And if you think I have understood it, so is it not like this?" The question is assurance. Is it not even for the foolish beings there is no loss, no gain? In other language we can say also, you saw something at pitch dark night, last night, and you thought it is a ghost, And I went to see it. You were shouting. I went to see it, and I saw it was not a ghost, it was only a shadow. And some other person comes. He says, no, no, it is not a shadow, it is not a ghost, it is some thick bush, and because of darkness, it is thickly dark. So, so who is right, who is wrong? As you see, it looks like that.
So, but
That means in the absence, you can assume anything and everything. That is neither wrong nor right. It is just assumption. Yes?
so logically, so then we can say or we cannot say, but there is something, a mysterious substance, which when the person who saw a shadow.
Yes, my dear. That is invisibility. Because you could not see the proper thing. That's how you saw something else. That is called ignorance. That is called misunderstanding. That is called your absence of the presence. There is something which is not seen. That is called your misunderstanding or ignorance or assumption or presumption or superimposition or illusion or confusion. Go on telling anything you That is how we look at this world and body also. To speak the truth, there is no body, nor it dies. Nothing happens to soul after death. In reality, there is no change. This self is always the self. It undergoes no change. So, don't think something happens to the soul after death. Taking it for the background of your understanding, now we can assume something. So that assumption is subject to time, conditions, and the situations, and everything, karma, action and reaction, and motion. Where will it go? Who will go? Where will it go? How to go? Why to go in that particular direction? All these are assumptions only. Nothing happens to the soul. Neither it takes a bath, nor it dies. No bath, no death. This should not be forgotten even for a moment. This is the real answer to what happens to the soul after death. Nothing happens. Other example I can give you. Always we take this example. What happens to the inside sky of an empty pot when the pot is broken? What happens to that inside sky? Has it any journey? Does it merge in anything? What happens to it? Does it change? Does it go anywhere? So, likewise, nothing happens to this self, which is the indweller of this body. This body works as a pot, and there is vacuum inside, so many empty space. So the innermost empty space is called heart, the cave of the heart, the core of the heart, and sometimes it is named as the greatest hole, black hole, having no size and shape. Where does it start and where does it end? Nobody knows. So the greatest black hole, Mahagartha, the name of the Absolute is called the greatest hole, Mahagartha. So there is no end, there is no beginning, nothing is there. And the motion is seen in it, and the empty space inside the hole. What happened to that? If the hole is forgotten or the shape of the hole is not known, that is what happened to a black hole. Nobody knows what happens because nobody has any existence inside it as something different than it. If it enters it, it becomes one with it. If the outside sky forcibly goes into the pot sky, what happens? Can it happen? Or if the pot is broken and the sky wants to go out, will it? It is tired of being inside. So it thinks, let me go and have a walk and come back. All these assumptions, all these ideas are baseless, meaningless, useless, worthless. It has got no meaning. So my dear, keep quiet. Can you? If you are unable to keep quiet, so think in this way, something. And pass your time.
So can we say after death only assumption changes?
Of course, that is named as karma, action, and it will have reaction. And that is named as time. That is known as the birth and death process. So everything is named like, just as you name so many names to the shape of the paste of the floor, make it any size, name it as you like, bake it as you like, eat it whenever you like. You have your freedom. This is how the ignorant people think, and this is how the wise people think. There is no difference at all, but we make the difference because we have such ideas, such personalities. We think we are such. Thoughts within thoughts, confusion within confusions, and black color inside the black color, and the picture within the picture, the shadow inside the shadow, and the reflections within the reflections. This is what is going on. The doubts within the doubts. मारा गया रे बेचारा. Poor fellow. Come on, we shall play with it. This is called amusement. And if you really able to understand this life is a game and enjoy it, enjoyment, amusement. You can laugh and dance. This life is not for weeping and breaking head and worrying about. Understand the truth, accept it, be it, enjoy it.
So if self doesn't have birth and death, then why does it take a body form?
You are telling it takes body form, you have to reply. Because you have assumed it, you have to answer it.
So if the self
If you have made it chapati, why have you made it chapati? I want the puri.
we don't,
I want kachori. And you have made it puri, chapati, so you have to answer. Why did you make it chapati?
I don't know, Swamiji, that's why.
You know that you don't know.
yeah.
Poor fellow. If you don't know, you try to know. I cannot know for you.
But Swamiji, it's very difficult. We are trying, but
Understood.
But you only said no one is understanding nothing.
So now from the doubt of Arjuna or answer of Arjuna, everything should be clear. And yet Lord replies, just as we are discussing, Lord also take the chance of amusement. He knows this fellow Arjuna. He is not different from me. He, whatever I think, he will do it according to my will. Yet he tried to make him understand and agree to his own thoughts. He knows he cannot go against my thought because it is my thought. Arjuna is nothing but my thought taken shape, because Lord Krishna is the universal being all the time. And from our history, we have seen in his whole lifetime, 125 years, he appeared in this earth. And in this period, for 3 seconds, he thrice forgot himself as the universal being. Only 3 times. For 3 seconds. Or else he was always aware that he is the universal awareness. So how can he explain to Arjuna, assuming Arjuna is something different from himself? It is just a play, amusement. Just as I take my pleasure scratching here, eating my nail, and doing something like this. It has got no meaning, but my will, whatever I can do to myself, nobody has got right to say anything. It is playing in itself, just as the children play without any playing toys or anything. They play within themselves. You know how do they play? Two children, they will sit and keep their palms like this. Oh, they will go on telling, oh, the mom, oh, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10, and this is gone. So, there is no need of anything else. Acha, this one, no, this is gone. Now everything is gone, it is remaining. Eat it. Ah! You are defeated now. Do they not play like that?
पूरे स्टेट में सभी जगह ये बच्चे लोग
The whole world
whole
they
world
play like this.
बच्चे लोग खेलते हैं
Yes.
उसको तो किसी ने
कोई
सिखाया
जरूरत नहीं, कोई सिखाना जरूरत नहीं, अपने आप बना लेंगे. They make out of themselves. No need of learning it from somewhere. Auto learning. See, is amusing. Who can provide him? Everybody is independent of himself to do anything and everything. So, if you want to be ignorant, that is also a game. They play hide and seek. Where am I? I am nowhere. Find me out. Yeah, I am here. This is how ignorance and knowledge, appearance and disappearance, this is the game. Hide and seek. I am hidden. Now I am found out. This is how the whole world, it has got no meaning, only meaningless game. Meaningless game.
So what are the three instances where Krishna forgot?
What is the?
What are the three situations where Krishna forgot his universal? 3 seconds.
3 times. Once he was fighting with some demon. You see, when he was in Indraprastha with the Pandavas, after the Mahabharata battle, he was settling down everything for the Pandavas and helping them to re-establish. And at that time he got an information that somebody who was against him long before, he got the chance, some demon, Salva, he got the chance. Now Krishna is well busy in Indraprastha with the Pandavas, so let me attack Dwarika and destroy it. He is not there. And he attacked, and all the Yadavas, his Krishna's family, Pradyumna, Anirudh, and all those great warriors, they fought with him, but they could not defeat him, drove him out because he was playing tricks, Maya, Asuri Maya. They have got magic powers. So the demons, their magic power is nothing but creating confusion because they are of negative force. They easily by birth they have this power to create something confusion. So they use it, they appear and disappear. They fight from front and same time they will be attacking from the behind. So one becomes many. In that way, it is very difficult to defeat them. So the Yadavas could not defeat, drove him out, and Lord Krishna got this information and he had to come urgently running to safeguard Dwarika. And he started fighting. So before Krishna, nobody can start. And this fellow was hiding and appearing and doing all sorts of nonsense. And Krishna was fighting well and he was bewildered, he will be killed. So Salva thought, let me play some tricks. He made some corpse out of his magic power. He made some corpse of Krishna's grandfather, Ugrasen. And he was supposed to be the chief of Dwarika, the eldest person, and he is the king. So he made a corpse of Ugrasen, and some other person is carrying that corpse over the shoulder and climbing to Krishna's chariot from behind and telling, "Oh Lord, what for you are fighting? See, your grandfather is dead and gone. So what for you are fighting? Useless. He has killed him. Some wrong, some magic, some confusion." So Krishna was back. He could not fight for a second. Oh, is it so? He had to believe it for a second. And then he came to his sense. Oh, all these are magic. So, you fellow, the moment he came to sense, all this scene was over. It is gone, disappeared. So he gave a nice blow to that fellow. And he was hidden in the sky in a plane, invisible plane. Sitting in that plane, he was fighting. So Lord Krishna shoot the arrows to the direction where from the arrows are coming, without seeing. So he was killed there and fell down, and that plane was sent to its original place. It is not suitable for everyone to use in that age. It is misused. So it should not be used by ordinary persons. Same thing was in Treta Yuga with Ravan. He had also a plane. it can take shape according to the owner's will, and it can go wherever he wills according to the willpower of the owner. It works. Anywhere it can go, anything it can do, and any shape it can take, and it can be visible or invisible as per the will of the owner. That was made by the great Kuber, and it was given to, no, it was taken forcibly from Kuber by Ravan. He snatched it away, and then he was using it to fight with gods and everyone, and he was the winner. So, so when Ram killed Ravan, that plane was given as a gift by Bibhishan to Rama. So Rama didn't accept it. After coming to Ajodhya back, he sent it to Kuber, the maker. It is useless here. Ordinary persons, they don't use it in its proper way. They misuse it. So whenever I need it, I shall bring it from you. Now keep it with you. When there is use of it, I shall ask you to send it to me. Because it can come by willpower. So there is no need of keeping it here or allowing everyone to use. My car is invisible car. So I cannot give you. I use it whenever I like. In this way, Lord Krishna plays the game. Twice more, sometimes else. Let us come to our point. So Arjuna had this doubt as a clarity. So Lord Krishna says, यह जो तुम आपत्ति दे रहे हो वह हमें इष्ट है. Lord Krishna says, oh Arjuna, whatever complaint you are registering, that is welcome for me. That I like to have. That complaint is not a complaint. It is a statement. It is not a doubt, it is the answer of itself. यो इष्टापत्ति से भगवान इसका परिहार करते हैं. भगवान ने कहा, हे महाभाव, जैसे तुम कह रहे हो ठीक वैसे ही है. Okay, Arjun, whatever, however you express your inner feelings, that is like that. It is right. It is not a doubt. It is a statement. That means nobody dies, no happening of the soul after death, neither it goes anywhere, nor it remains as it is. It is all the same. So your feeling, your experience, you are established in it now, and I appreciate it. It is not a doubt, it is a inference by itself, it is a conclusion by itself. जैसे तुम कह रहे हो ठीक वैसे ही है, कहीं किसी का कुछ नष्ट नहीं होता, नथिंग इज लॉस्ट हियर। जब आत्मा अविनाश आत्मा ही है, तब भला उसका कहाँ क्या भी नष्ट हो सकता है, अर्थात कुछ नहीं, यह भाव है। As per our some of the modern scientists, they few rare ones, they agree that there is no loss nor gain in the universe, everything is as it is, but the energy play its game. This is the final conclusion accepted by few rare ones who understand the reality. The energy plays its game, no loss, no gain. The energy goes on changing itself within itself, and it is called creation or destruction. When the electricity becomes magnet, what is lost, what is gained? No loss, no gain, but some motion or some change is seen, and that we call creation or destruction or gain or loss. It is meaningless. The energy plays its game, that's all. Nothing is lost, nothing is gained. And when we see the recycling process everywhere in the nature, we come to the same conclusion. Some ordinary ignorant person can also understand it if it applies its little common sense. Some food we eat. What happens to that food? We give some fuel to the other fuel prana. Food is required for the prana. It takes some energy from food. That food also is made by some other process. The food has also been made by some other food. And in this way, the cycle goes on, and it is said the whole universe is nothing but food only. A food is consumed by some other food. The whole universe is food only. It is made as a food. That means it is energy. Energy goes on changing. Our language, philosophical language differs. The terms are used different in different reference, different sense. But meaning is the same. Anna vai Brahma. This is the declaration of Vedas. Everything. The truth is nothing but energy, food. Anna vai Brahma. Sabda Brahma. Anna Brahma. So, in our general code of conduct, it is said you should not misuse the food. It should be used properly. It should be regarded well. It should be regarded well. It should be used properly. It should not be misused. So if it is for human beings, it should be used by human beings. It should not be given to the other beings. That is called misusing. But Anyway, anytime, whatever means you use it, nothing is lost, nothing is gained. So in that sense, there is no misusing, no proper using. But if you don't understand it and throw it, or what we call misuse it, then that is disregarding the anna, food, and that is your attitude. So you will be paid against it. Every action will have reaction. So if you are throwing it with disregard, then food will throw you out with disregard. That is the consequence. But nothing happens in reality. No food can be ever wasted. It cannot be, in true sense. But we don't understand it, and just we cannot eat it, we don't like it, so throw it. That is disregarding the food. That should not be there. That idea will have opposite ideas. It will pay you the cost. Reaction will be there. This is how the whole world is a food only. Food for other food. Cause and effect. Food and the consumer. The consumer becomes food for another consumer. The cycle goes on. There is life in what we eat as food. That's how that life is life energy, vital energy. It is turned into pranic energy, and pranic energy is turned into karmic energy, and it will have reaction. In this way, the cycle goes on. Karma again produces something which is called food. The oxygen becomes carbon dioxide. Again, the carbon dioxide is made into oxygen. The cycle goes on everywhere. So what happens? Lord Krishna says really, "Oh Arjuna, you have understood the truth, and whatever you expressed as a doubt, that is the reality. I appreciate your doubt." हे महाभाव, जैसा तुम कह रहे हो ठीक वैसे ही है। कहीं किसी का कुछ नष्ट नहीं होता, क्योंकि जब आत्मा अविनाशी है तब भला उसका कहीं क्या भी नष्ट हो सकता है? कैसे नाश हो सकता है? अर्थात कुछ भी नाश नहीं होता है। तब मूर्खों को देहनाश, पुत्र लाभ आदि में अनर्थत्व और अर्थत्व का व्यवहार कैसे होता है? Taking the truth as basic understanding, then the question comes, if it is so, then how this misunderstanding takes place in the minds of ignorant fellows? So we shall see the process of misunderstanding. How one misunderstanding becomes another misunderstanding. Understood now? Comparative. Neither anybody dies, nor anybody goes somewhere to enjoy its fruits of its actions done in lifetime. nor it goes anywhere, nor it enjoys anything, but we think so. Why you think so, and in what process you think? If you think so, it appears as such to you. So what is the process of your thinking? And let us see that. What happens? There is a process to go back, and similarly the same process we can use if you know properly the process. You can use it for future also. You can go to the past and you can go to the future also. If you understand the process. That is the mind's process, thinking process. So the whole world is linked with each other. That is the theory, that is the truth. Everything is connected to each other. See your body. Is your hand different from your body? Are the fingers different from the hand? They are connected to each other, but yet they appear as if they are different from each other. That is how the process goes on. So now, this process of thought, how the thought process works, you should understand. And if you practice it, you can see the past and future as you like. Anything you can see. Just as you have, for some example, where from you have come?
UK.
United Kingdom. You have come to UK, Uttarakhand. From UK to UK. So, what is the process? You started from UK, your homeland, and then you came to
Scotland.
No, don't start from there. Start from here. From this UK. This UK ashram, Uttarkasi. This is also UK. Uttarkasi, UK. Uttarakhand, UK. United Kingdom, UK. UK.
मैं भी बोलूंगा, समझो कोई पूछेगा आप अभी आप कहाँ रह रहा, मैं बोलूंगा मैं यूके में रह रहा हूँ.
Okay, now you are at Shivananda Ashram. Okay. Where from you came to Shivananda Ashram?
Utakashi bus station.
Pardon?
Utakashi bus station.
Bus stand.
Bus.
Uttarkashi.
No, before that before coming to Ashram,
Oh,
you were somewhere,
Gangori.
Gangori. Before Gangori,
Bimlesha Mandir.
pardon?
Bimlesha Mandir.
Bhimleshwar Mandir. Before that,
Bhopal.
Bhopal?
Rishi. Yeah, Bhopal.
Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh.
Sachi.
Yes. Before that,
Ojjain.
Ujjain.
Ojjain.
Ujjain.
Maharashtra.
Before that,
Mathura.
Mathura. Before that,
Rishikesh.
before that,
Dharamsala.
before that,
Utakashi.
before that,
Haridwar.
Haridwar. Before that,
Delhi.
Tehri. Before that,
Delhi.
Tehri.
Delhi.
Before that,
London.
London. Before that,
Glastonbury. Okay.
back to home.
Back to home.
Okay. Now all these places have linked. They are linked with each other because you are the common thread linking all these places, isn't it? So now again you have to come from London to Uttarkaship back to Sivanasa. Can you say? You have to link everything as it was told before. Now, one after another, that link should not be broken. So in that way, if you come, go on going back and coming again here, again going back to home, coming again, then all the links you know. It is in your fingerprint. You can count it. Anywhere, anything you can see. Isn't it? This is the process going back and coming again to the present state. So this is how the thoughts work. Do you think without thinking you have come all the way here? So the thought waves also are connected to each other in this way. When we go back to our thoughts, linking from present to the past in a process, then we can see the long past clearly well. Anywhere we can go. We can go 1,000 years back. There also our thoughts were there. So this is how, according to present science also, and according to philosophy also, nothing is lost, everything is there here. It is in your mind. Maybe scientists don't agree, but philosophers, they see the past in this way. Come on, another example. I asked you where from you came. You said from United Kingdom. One thought from there, another thought, UK. My cousin from Purvastram, from my home connection. My cousin went to UK and she was also studying in London. From there, she asked me what to bring for me when she came home. And I said, you can bring me some tulip bulbs. She brought it. Tulip bulbs, oh, long ago, I bought some tulip bulbs from Chandigarh, that nursery, great nursery, and there they used to sell. Oh, Chandigarh, I went to Chandramohanji, my friend, and from there I went to that nursery, Durga nursery, very big nursery. It is situated in 20 acres of land. And, oh, Chandramohanji, yes, Chandramohanji is now staying in Barsana, Radha's place. Oh, they used to celebrate Radha nicely. Every year they celebrate it. Radha, I had been there once in Radha time. Chandramohan took me. Oh, Radha. I stayed in that school, one room. That there was nothing, only some carpet. On that we passed the night. And morning, I had to take a bottle of water and go to the bushes to answer the nature call. Are nature call. I used to do this when I had the kutir here. I used to come here every morning and with some water, and I had to sit in the bushes. Oh, bushes! Those bushes were Basaka bushes. So Basaka, it is very useful for our Basaka cough syrup. Cough syrup. Oh yes, cough syrup we used to make every 2-3 months because we use it in hospital. Hospital. Oh, Swamiji, Chidan Sandhi helped us so much when he was here to bring up this hospital. Chidananda, oh, he used to stay here. Now from here, we have come here again. This is his house. Now come on with the same thoughts back to London. Where from you are? London. From London, my cousin. My cousin, tulips from Chandigarh, Durga Nursery. Durga Nursery, Chandra Mohan in Barsana. Radha I had been there, living in that school and going to answer the call of nature in the bushes. So bushes, Basaka bushes in the cough syrup, the hospital, and none of in between Basaka bushes. Here I used to come to answer the call of nature, and that is in my when I was staying in my cottage here, and that cottage because of Basaka going to bushes and Basaka, so cough syrup, hospital, Swami Siddhanti, his house. In this way, if you go on repeating the links, so you can go to long past easily, and everything, all the chain is before you, just as a garland. This is the way to look at the past, and you can read the process of the thought waves, how the thoughts work. One is linked with the other. And this is how you can go to your past lives, and long past, thousands of lives, you can see at a glance here and now. That past becomes present. This is the process yogis do. If you want to know your past, this is the method. There are other methods also. Other methods, when you on the sky up above, by any means, by plane or standing on the mountain peak or something, somehow on the top of the very high tree. What is the height of the tallest tree of the world? The second tree was here in our Uttarakhand. It was broken and gone. I had seen it.
400 meters is the tallest.
Yes, so high. चीड़ का पेड़ by some storm it was broken. It was very, very old tree, very old tree. It was 1,000 years or something. So you are sitting on that tree top. See how much you can see all around. Everything at the present, which is invisible, impossible for a person standing at the foot. He cannot see so much. You can see 100 kilometers at a glance. So this is how the past and future of a person standing below at the foot. You can see his past and future at a time, here at a glance, now at present. Understood? This is how present holds the past and future. You are flying in the plane and looking down 100 kilometers you can see at a glance, and there some car is moving in the woods and it in a zigzag way, so it can hardly see 20 meters ahead, 20 meters behind. And you can see his future 50 kilometers ahead and 50 kilometers back. At present, now itself. That is your present, and in your present, the car driver's future and past is hold. This is how when you go to the depth of the thought process, you can see future and past, now at present. This is how the yogis see 3 periods of time at present. Understood? When they are absolutely concentrated in the absolute one, everything is possible, everything is visible. Everything is visible. And I give the example of satellite. When you connect your phone number with the satellite, that you can connect anywhere on the earth plane, anywhere with anyone. At present, though it is far away, you can connect it because of the absolute seer. He sees everything together at present. So if you can connect with him, the satellite, your phone, then you can connect with anyone and everyone. This is the trick. Many tricks are there. If you are well established in the meditation, the moment you reach there, you can see everything clearly. This is how the yogis used to see everything. When they meditate, they can see everything. And when they come down from meditative plane, then they are ordinary persons, just as us, we fellows. And the moment you switch off, everything is there. Just like our TV. Now I am able to see so many persons before me. And if it is off, nobody is visible to me. This is how everything happens. And because of our limited thinking and limited ideas, identities, We don't see anything. We are foolish people. We don't see anything. We don't know anything. We don't understand anything. Everything is limited.
So how we can say that as a misunderstanding?
And
If we are limited, how we can say that as a misunderstanding?
from there you see only the light, only the understanding. You are the form of understanding. You cannot see anything as misunderstanding. There is no misunderstanding. There is no darkness. There is no absence. Only presence is present at all conditions. You cannot prove your misunderstanding. You cannot have any proof for your ignorance. It is because you are not aware of yourself. That's how you think it is misunderstanding. Impossible is a word found in Fool's Dictionary. So ignorance also is a word found in Fool's Dictionary. And dictionary is foolishness. Because no words have got any proper permanent meaning. It changes. So the words are meaningless. And finally, if you understand the words, they are symbolic, they are indicative, they indicate something. They have got no meaning at all of their own. So dictionary is useless. You can make your dictionary. How the dictionary is made? Some person has collected some usable words and usable meaning. That's all. That is called dictionary.
Not usable, Swamiji, is what a particular person has said, what I have understood.
Yes, that also true. And how it is used by some persons in some time, in some areas, and in particular conditions, that is called words and dictionary. Your English dictionary is useless for Hindustani villager here. They don't understand anything. So do you think it is meaningful? And this Pahadi language is meaningless for you. So how can we say you are useful? Nothing is permanently useful. It is useful at some time for somebody in some condition. So that is how I said something is taken as something or other and granted, taken for granted as such for something or other in some time or other, in some situation or other, and in some conditions or other. And that is how our life is other. Life or other. What do we call life? We don't understand. All the confusion in confusion. Thank you for the confusion. And this is our life. कहाँ गया रे life? अरे यार, जा रहे मेरे life. I'll make your life now itself. अरे हे भगवान, जा रहे
Don't laugh.
This is our life. Are you able to see? This is our life.
स्वामी जी वो व्हाइट पेपर हमारा लाइफ है, वो लाइन हमारा लाइफ
दोनों?
है।
both the white paper also and these lines also and your understanding and misunderstanding both. Everything you are. This is your ID. Oh, Mr. Meeting. And this is your ID for today.
Confused.
Very good.
स्वामी जी अगर उसे एक मैच स्टिक लगा के जला दिए तो
Even then, life will be there in the क्या कहना impression form. You cannot delete it. It is there. The truth is ever existing. Even if you blow it out, that also remains as dust particles. इसी के ऊपर तक कहा गया ना सतो विद्यते भाव ना भावो विद्यते सता. There is no absence in the presence. There is no presence in the absence. It is there. What it is, that is not known. What it is it some lines or is it some alphabet? Is it some ideas or it is some forms or confusion? This is not also confusion because you see something. How can you say it is confusion? Is it paper? No. It is background? No. It is the scene? No. Nothing is known. And everything is there.
This is our life, Swamiji.
This is your life, my dear. I am also your life. I am your life and wife both together. Wife also is an idea. What else? when you think me as some monk or some Mahatma, so you think of your wife also in the same way. What difference?
स्वामी जी
He is a bigger Mahatma.
स्वामी जी बहुत लॉयर आपके ऊपर केस ना कर दे, क्योंकि अरे हमारे कितने की धंधे चौपट कर दे रही है, तो सिर्फ
वो केस भी कर देंगे तो केस में क्या कर देंगे? मैं केस को डरता नहीं, इसीलिए आखिर होगा क्या? मैं मर नहीं सकता हूँ ना जी सकता हूँ, क्या कर देंगे? ना मुझे मार सकते हो ना मुझे जिंदा रख सकते हो.
त्रिशंकु हो गया स्वामी जी.
मैं तो त्रिशंकु. चलो फिर कल मौज लेंगे. Tomorrow we shall amuse further. But today this is enough. Hari Om. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnad Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Satchidananda Bhagavan ki jai. Sabda Brahma ki jai. Saraswati Maharani ki jai. Jo Sirji Bhagavan ki jai. हरि ओम। हाथी तो चल गया, पूंछ बाकी है।